Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa.
Hello again, my name is Fafa Gilbert and welcome to my Creative African Cooking channel Ndudu by Fafa. Now today I'm actually going to be making the sugar bread recipe and this is just incredible. Now if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button now, and also if you don't want to miss anything that I do upload, click on that bell, ding dong. That's the notification bell. Yes, it means that anytime I upload something, you are notified of it. Yeah. Now let's start cooking.
So to your mixing bowl, add your salt and then add your flour. Now the reason why you do this is to prevent your salt from coming into direct contact with your yeast. If that happens, it means that your bread isn't going to rise. And at this point, I'm actually adding my sugar. Now the amount of sugar you use depends on your own preference, but I have got a list of ingredients including the recipe on my blog ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. So grate some nutmeg for that beautiful aromatic taste that it would add to the bread. And at this point, I'm actually going to add some butter for that richness as well. So I'll use a tablespoonful of butter, and then to allow my dough to be soft and also helps it to rise quickly, I do add a tablespoonful of yogurt. And this is any natural yogurt, not a fruit yogurt or anything, just use your natural yogurt, that'll be perfect. And then I'm going to add my yeast. So at this point, I've actually assembled all the ingredients and I'm going to be using my mixer to mix everything and form this beautiful dough. Whilst everything is mixing together, you do gradually add your lukewarm water. Now your lukewarm water, it should be at a temperature that you can dip a finger in and it wouldn't burn your finger, but it's just warm enough. If your water is too hot, that also kills the yeast, so you need to bear that in mind. So just add enough water till you form that beautiful dough. As I said, you'd find the transcript of this recipe, including the ingredients and measurements, on my blog ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. Now mix everything together and increase the speed. Mix it for about 10 to 12 minutes, and at this point you'd end up with this beautiful stretchy glossy dough. Now if on the other hand you don't actually have the mixer and you are going to be kneading using your hand, once you mix everything you form a dough, you place it on a floured surface and you place pressure on it and using your palm to stretch the dough out. That process actually activates the gluten in the dough. So you can do that for about 20 minutes, but do ensure that you do activate your core, and of course your bicep will be exercised as well. So as you can see, this is it. Just try it this way, and then you should have that beautiful stretchy glossy dough that you do need for the sugar bread. At this point, my dough is almost ready. What I'm actually trying to do is just shape it so I can actually leave it to rise. But just to ensure that your dough is perfect, I always talk about the finger test. So I just put a little bit of pressure with the finger, and if it bounces back up, you know that your dough is stretching perfect. So at this point, place your dough back into your mixer, ensuring that you've oiled your mixing bowl, and cover with a cling film and leave it in a warm place. Now this will take about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the temperature, and the dough would actually double up in size. I find the quickest way is to actually place it in front of my oven, and I just put it up to about 40 degrees, and that actually quickens the process. So now I have got my bread tin here and I've just oiled it. You can use butter, I've just used a little bit of olive oil for it. And I've got my beautiful stretchy dough that's doubled up in size. But you don't want to kick, the air out of the dough completely. So you just notice that I'm flirting with the dough at this point. And at the same time that I'm flirting, I'm actually shaping it as well. So I'm shaping it to my preferred shape, which is that oblong shape, and it's just perfect. So I place it back in my baking tin, cover with the cling film, and this is my second proofing. At this stage, cover your dough with your cling film and leave it in a warm place for the second proofing. This should not take more than 45 minutes and your dough will double up in size, as you can see here. At this point, preheat your oven to 175 degrees and you are going to be placing your dough in the middle of the oven. Now, at that point, when you're actually placing your dough in the middle of the oven, you can also add some water to the bottom tray of the oven. The reason behind the water is it creates steam, which actually allows the bread to cook quickly and also forms a beautiful crust on the outer layer. So I'm going to bake this for about 20 minutes and voila, you have your hot sugar bread and it's all just beautiful coming out. So I'm just going to let this rest for just about 2 to 3 minutes in the tin. And at this point, I'll tell you what, it's hot and it's soft. This is like so soft. You know what? Let me do this. This is not any other food. Yes, this is Ndudu. Yes. I hope you're enjoying this series so far. So at this point, this bread is actually rested for about 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm going to attempt to turn it over. And yes, don't try this at home because it was a little bit on the hot side, but I've got those fingers. Yes, I've been cooking for so long. But please don't attempt that. And I'm just going to wrap my bread in its blanket. The reason is I don't want to have a hard crust. So once I actually do this, it means that the crust will be nice and soft. And that's the reason. So you leave it for about 10 minutes to allow your bread to rest. And look, you can see it's even still soft. Look, it just like falls apart. That's just like, yes. I hope you are inspired to try this recipe right now. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I hope you are inspired to try the recipe as well. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button now. And if you do like the video, please show your love by liking and leaving a comment for me. You will find the full recipe, including the measurements and ingredients, on my blog ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com, and it's also in my description box.